Hello, I'm June Jackson with Mindful Integration, talking today about non-dual realization through personal processing. So what does that mean? Awakening into non-dual realization reveals that focusing on being a separate individual is unnecessary, and in fact is a distraction from resting in your true nature, which is ever present. So then why would personal processing even be suggested as a way to reach this state of non-dual realization? The truth is that personal processing is unnecessary and a distraction. And you can understand that while resting in this place of non-dual awareness. So I guess basically what I'm saying is it's very paradoxical, because when you realize that personal processing is not necessary for achieving non-dual realization, it's clear, it becomes very clear that there's no need to do any personal processing. However, there are times when we are being challenged with what's going on in our lives, right? Like, wow, all of this stuff going on. And, we can be triggered, we can be reacting, we can find ourselves judging other people, we can find ourselves focusing outside of ourselves, thinking that my sense of inner peace is dependent upon these things outside of me. And even though it isn't true, it seems true at the time. So that's why personal processing is so quickly, it's actually a practice. You could see personal processing as a practice that is going to end up, the fruits of the practice basically is going to end you up in a place where you're just resting in your true nature. The tools that we teach in our personal processing program, um, they are going to bring you back to your true nature naturally. So yeah, we're doing personal processing when there seems to be a problem, when if I'm not if I'm not resting in my true nature and I'm seeing these obstacles, we could say that the obstacles are an illusion, that the dual nature of reality is an illusion. It's appearing as a lot of separate things happening, and it's appearing as if I need this outside of myself. I'm depending on this outside of myself for me to have an inner sense of peace. So as long as that's happening, we can just quickly run through these personal processing tools. And then the fruits of that is going to be where the identification with duality collapses. These tools lead us to an empty space, an open space, freedom, personal freedom. So how can personal processing result in non-dual realization? This is how it can. It can get us there because what we're doing is, whether it's a very powerful idea that I'm separate and I'm dealing with something outside of myself, where it's definitely two things going on. So what we do with personal processing, we assume that that's true. We just go ahead and let the body and the whole system express what, give me the proof of that I'm separate. Give me the proof. What's going on? What's going on out here that's triggering me? What's going on in here? Let it express it fully. is one of our tools. So I might say, you could do a flipping statement that would be something like, I am always resting in my true nature. And then see if there's a no. See if there's a no. So what we're doing, instead of putting a positive affirmation on top of what's actually going on somatically, we're not going, okay, I'm feeling very distressed about this thing that's happening right now. I'm very distressed. I can tell that I'm triggered. So I'm going to say, I'm always resting in my true nature. I'm always resting in my true nature. I'm always resting in my true nature, as an affirmation to deny the fact that the system is saying, no, I'm not resting in my true nature. There is something outside of me that's a problem, and it is affecting me, and it is preventing me from resting in my true nature. So what we want to do by personal processing, we want to say, what is it? And we have a set of tools that we can work through to allow, we've got to allow this somatic system to express. Why not? Why am I not resting? What's the proof of that? And then, you know, when did that originate? What was it trying to help with? We have all of our various tools. I'll put a link below. You can sign up for a free mini course, and you can read about and watch a few videos that show the tools. And there's even a guided practice where, if you would sit with that guided practice, it's with me and some of the other small group leaders. And if you go through that, you'll realize towards the end of the practice that there's more spaciousness, there's more distance between me and what's out here. And there's more of a capacity to see that, okay, wait a minute, maybe this is all one thing happening. You know, sometimes we have these glimpses that just knocks us out and shows us, wow, I was so wrong. This is, everything is completely in sync. There's nothing out of sync. Everything's flowing and it's moving perfectly. So yeah, that's a beautiful glimpse to have. And sometimes that's permanent and sometimes it's not. So just a quick little sharing today about that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please, you know, like our channel and give me a thumbs up. Okay, bye-bye.